2K14 micro. Um, keep up the good work. That's all I'm trying to say. Just keep up the good work.
And the players getting reacquainted prior to the tip. A pretty loose atmosphere out there. It's game time in Phoenix as the crowds at the U.S. Airways Center look to cheer on the Suns. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. Hey guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Larry Sanders?
Well, the one thing that you have to have in basketball is big men who can protect the rim. And that's what Sanders does. He's willing to go up and block shots, really patrol the paint, and protect that rim area.
And, but there's nothing easy in the lane when Sanders is on the floor. Always have to be looking over your shoulder if you plan on putting up a shot with him around. Last outing for Phoenix, they won that game against the Memphis Grizzlies. And they finished that one out up 4. Competitive, but ultimately they prevailed.
I'll tell you what jumped off the page to me, guys, the firepower off the bench. And that's what really, I think, led them to that victory.
Well, it was that energy boost factor, we call it. You can't rely on that kind of scoring coming from the reserves every game, but it was there for them that night.
Outside Butler, pulls up on the wing. That one off the back iron and out. And here's Bledsoe. Playing Memphis, he was nearly unstoppable.
Marcin Gortat, since he was traded from Orlando to Phoenix, has developed into one of the best centers in the league. He can finish at the rim with either hand. He can step out and make a jump shot. He can pass the ball. Playing awfully well.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Now here's Brown. Feeds to Green. Shoots the three. The shot is off. On defense, Phoenix. It's a three-point game. Tied for 3. A rebound by Gortat. And Gortat has worked in the offseason with Akeem Olajuwon to develop his post move.
Yeah, the Dream becoming quite the post guru in his retirement days because he was clearly one of the best we've seen in the league. Kobe's been to him. LeBron spent time with him. Dwight Howard. That says a lot about him, but also them, that they would seek him out for help.
Free throw missing.
It's no secret around the league, guys, that the Suns either have one of the best medical staffs in the game or they built their practice facility by the Fountain of Youth. More evidence of that came when Jermaine O'Neal found new tread on his well-worn tires.
Good on the second free throw. Clark, as you said, a lot of the players that left the Suns last season, such as Steve Nash and Grant Hill, had trouble keeping their health up. And Steve, I don't know, you've been in that organization. Whatever they are doing that are keeping those players healthy and in top shape has been working. They are admirable in the way they have led that cause.
Well, it's a tremendous training staff. They've just always done a very good job of keeping their guys healthy by getting them in the training room every day for work, by combining the strength program with the training schedule. But a lot of confidence in that staff from the players, and I think it really shows.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
I caught up with Coach Jeff Hornacek. He told me that he's looking forward to this matchup. Their first look at this team so far this season. He said they'll look to play up defensively. As usual, their length and shot blocking a great deterrent inside. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. And as Doris provided the details, guys, the way they plan to attack defensively will be key early on, won't it?
Yeah, and early is the key word there, Kevin. If they can string together some stops right away, I think it'll really set the tone.
Which is just what they're going to be after, guys. They'd love to turn this into a defensive battle.
Great job. Taking it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left them no choice but to foul there. O.J. Mayo is out of USC. He's in his 6th season in the NBA, fellas, and he was considered the top player in his high school class. Very, very highly regarded. He's a star at the professional level, but I think he's looking to solidify himself as a quality starter.
He's off on the first. And for O.J. Mayo, 6'4" player. Some people saw him as a guy who could play point guard, shooting guard. He's just a player, though. He can do a lot of things on the floor.
He's a decent ball handler, but he's a shooting guard. I mean, he can be a little bit of a combo guy, but for the most part, he's out there to score, and most of those points coming off jump shots.
He hits the second from the line.
Well, you know, Jeff Hornacek, the new coach of the Phoenix Suns, a 14-year career as an NBA shooting guard, and he was terrific as a player. Spent his first 6 in Phoenix and only recently really got into coaching, starting as an assistant with the Jazz in early 2011.
Now here's Bledsoe, averaging 14 points a game. And it's Brown missing.
Looking for their first basket. 5 misses to start the game.
In Suns franchise history, he's raised his 3 kids in Phoenix. Steve, he's put down roots there. Looks like he would like to stay for the long term.
Well, he was a tremendous player for the Suns back during the prime of his career. So this is a great fit, coaching the Suns. A guy who played the game with tremendous intelligence, an even-keeled demeanor. Should serve him well as a head coach.
So for Milwaukee, their last game, a win against the Jazz in Salt Lake City.
That was a game in hostile territory, too, guys. And it seemed like they had confidence right from the beginning, unbothered by being on the road.
And, you know, their shots were falling. From the top to the bottom of that lineup, their guys were heated up.
Now, here is Knight after the miss from Green. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And that's a shot you can't pass up. He should knock that down.
Now Mayo. Shannon Brown missing from long range. It's here's Green. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
Good to see the ball go through the hoop there. He missed his first 4 shots, so we'll see if that gets him going a little bit.
And the Bucks miss again. Suns trail by 9. On the wing, Brown. A 3-ball. Offensive rebound. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 12-3 run. Butler kicks to Mayo. Here's Ilyasova and a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Bledsoe dishes to Gortat. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
One quality of his that really stands out is his skill as a screen setter in the pick and roll. Actually, he's good on both ends of that play, but I really like putting him in that situation.
And Steve, you know, being a good finisher in the pick and roll requires timing and athleticism, and he's got both.
No good on that one. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Pachulia, he's checked in for Sanders. Chris Middleton comes in for Ilyasova. Carlos Delfino's checked in for Caron Butler. And Gary Neal subbed in for O.J. Mayo. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
Steve, they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, it's impressive, too. Clark's already gotten them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
Channing Frye's checked in for Phoenix. A minute 50 left. Tucker, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist. Tucker's got his first 3 points of the game.
And Goran Dragic out of Yugoslavia, man, he's a really impressive left-handed slashing point guard. Great size at 6'3", aggressive off the dribble, and he's improving as a playmaker.
Looks like they're going to have one of those days where they can do no wrong.
Well, they haven't done anything wrong so far. Double-digit lead already.
Now here's Dragic. He's another guy who had a stellar performance in the win against Memphis. And for Dragic last season, a career high in points and assists.
Well, what you like about Dragic, Kevin, is his aggressiveness at both ends of the floor. He's an attacking player by nature, loves to get to the defensively, likes to play the passing lanes and try to put pressure on the ball.
And here's Dragic after the three-pointer from Middleton. It's Dragic with the drive. He feeds it to front. From down in the low post, it goes. Fry's got his first 2 points of the night.
Gotta love the use of the bounce pass there. Perfect feed.
Hiddenauer kicks to Neal to the middle. Lee with the steal. We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter. And here's Fry for three. A rebound by the Bucks. And this is their first time matched up with the Suns this season.
Last season they had a very easy time with this club, and of course being East versus West, they only got to face them twice, but I'm sure they wish they had them on the schedule more often. Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
Launches a three. Cannot hit. From mid-court, the shot will not go. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Milwaukee on top. They lead by 13. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Bucks.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Bucks. Delfino and Ilyasova, the forwards. Jay out there with Mayo. And it's Sanders in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Harris after the made shot from Morris. Here's Sanders. Offline with the baseline jumper. Suns trail by 11. Here's Tucker. He kicks to Bledsoe. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve. Particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Now here's Ilyasova. Right now averaging 7 points a game. Harris dishes to Sanders. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots from the elbow. And the basket by Harris.
Risky shot there. Size-wise, I mean, he easily comes out on the short end of the stick, so to speak.
With the nice high release, he had no problem getting it off and knocking it down. You know, in Larry Drew's case, it was a bit of an unusual situation once the season concluded. He was in the final year of his deal. The Hawks said, we'll interview other candidates, and left him free to interview for other head coaching positions, and he landed in Milwaukee.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Green, the pass to Gortat. Kicks it to Morris. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. There's Green with the three. And the Suns miss again. Well, Steve, and back to Coach Drew. Of course, he ended up signing with the Bucks.
Well, that was an interesting move for him to go from Atlanta to Milwaukee. You know, the Hawks were one of the better defensive teams in the league last year. I think that's what the Bucks saw in Drew. And that's the idea for him to really help this team get the most out of its players, particularly defensively.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Larry Drew said to his team. There was no question what he was most concerned with, their lack of interior defense so far. Protect the rim, that's the priority, quote unquote. Maybe making those early adjustments will give them time to judge their effectiveness by halftime. We'll soon find out, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. That is good.
Another good pass, and their offensive execution has been impressive, to say the least.
The last 4 field goals have been assisted. Yeah, passing has kept the defense off balance, but to get assists, you You got to make the shots.
Mayo kicks to Harris. Just 5 on the clock. Milwaukee the rebound. Sanders' shot is off.
He still couldn't finish, even though it looked like he had a lane to the rim. But too often, that's the story for him.
Green with the ball. Now guarded by Ilyasova.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically, no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
And while we can, let's have a look at the 2K leaderboard to find out who have been the most efficient scorers in the NBA this month. And you look at Sanders, leading the league in field goal percentage. He always gets good looks. And, of course, O.J. Mayo, also someone that shoots at such a high percentage. Top 5 in the league.
Well, they both had a fantastic run of late. They found a nice rhythm and flow. And the coaching staff has noticed and coaches have been calling plays for these guys to take advantage of their hot shooting.
Now here is Harris. 6 points for him. Shot's good. Harris has got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, after struggling in the first quarter, he's come alive here in the second.
Suns trail by 12. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. And Bledsoe, here we go. Goodwin dishes to Green. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
After taking a year to play elsewhere, it seems Gerald Green finally found his role. He just couldn't find the traction expected in the Pacers last year.
And who's out there now for the Bucks? Julian.
Hoping for more out of him, Kevin. He just never really settled into a role with the Pacers, and that was disappointing because Indiana's bench, I thought, really showed some weaknesses during that great playoff run they had.
Now here's Dragic after the miss from Walters. And that one's good by Gortat.
They've set up countless buckets off assists. That's a huge part of what they've been doing here today.
A lot of dime dropping going on out there, Steve.
Now here's Butler, averaging 8 points a game. And the shot is good.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
Suns trail by 11. Now Dragic, pass to Brown. Got a piece of it. Morris kicks to Gortat.